What's going on, YouTube? It's ya boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another DFS video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section and enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. As y'all know, the regular player prop videos and all that is still going on. If you're unaware, it's still going on. It's just happening over at the Props Made Easy YouTube channel. Okay, I will be tagging that down in the comment section. I'll pin it down in the comments. So scroll down to the comments. I'll pin the Props Made Easy channel right there so you can all make sure you go subscribe to it so you can all still see the player prop stuff and the breakdown utilizing the Props Made Easy tools, all that. I am still doing those videos. I am just getting back to my bread and butter that I love, that got me into sports betting to begin with, and that's DFS, man. At greenlightdfs.com, I have been providing optimal lineups for 8+ years now to the community. We are on an absolute big run right now as well. I'm just really locking back into the DFS side of things and really enjoying it. This is my first love when it comes to sports betting. DFS, building lineups. Anybody who may be new, real quick, I'll do a quick brief rundown of what DFS is. DraftKings has their sportsbook, FanDuel has their sportsbook, but they also have their daily fantasy. Okay, if you go to DraftKings, you go to the daily fantasy, you can build a lineup, right? As you can see, you get 50,000 fake dollars. All right, now each contest is a certain entry fee. You pay a certain entry fee to get into the contest, and then you get 50,000 fake dollars to utilize on different players. Different players will cost a different amount depending on their matchup and their, how good they are. Okay, you have to take that $50,000 and build a lineup, the best, most optimal lineup you can think of, using those players in the salary, using roster construction, all the matchup data you normally do. But with this, you build a full lineup, you put that into the tournament or whatever you're playing in, and then you have the opportunity to win $50,000+ in a night getting up at the top of these tournaments. So it's something that is incredibly fun to me. I've won members $90,000 in a night with DFS, and it was MLB DFS last season. And we're hot right now. So that's why I'm getting back into these DFS videos and staying with doing these on my personal channel. This is my first love. I want to get back into doing the DFS high five, talk about 5 guys I love in every single slate. And also it'll be able to educate y'all on what DFS is. You know what I mean? If you guys love sports betting, I mean, this is something you might not know about. That is one of the most fun ways to bet on sports. Once you get into it, I mean, it'll hook you. It's fun. It's super fun to have a lineup and watch that lineup go up and down the charts depending on how a player's playing and all that stuff. It's cool. So anyway, let's get straight into my high five for tonight. I'm going to go 2 pitchers, 3 bats as normal. Y'all know how the high five is. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Let's get straight to it. And again, I am pinning down in the comments section the YouTube channel for Props Made Easy. I will be posting every single day the player prop stuff as well, utilizing the Props Made Easy tools, going over the best player props, the best game bets, home run predictions, all that. That is still happening just over on the Props Made Easy channel. So make sure you go subscribe to that channel, hit the bell notification so it lets you know when I post over there as well on the Props Made Easy channel. All right? Let's get straight into it, man. Starting off, when it comes to pitching today, there's a couple pitchers I'm liking. Now, I have a spend up option I like and a spend down. The spend up option I'm liking is Chris Sale. Dude has been absolutely phenomenal this year. He's looking like the old Chris Sale right now. Like, he's doing amazing. His K rate's as high as it always is. He's just a solid overall pitcher. He's at home against Arizona today. Arizona doesn't have a crazy strikeout rate versus lefties, but nonetheless, it doesn't really matter what a team's strikeout rate is until they face Chris Sale and then they start striking out. Okay, at 9.8, Chris Sale is a great option here. He's my favorite go-to pitcher on the main slate today. I will be providing the early slate optimals as well over at Greenlight DFS, but don't get the package twice. Just get the daily at greenlightdfs.com, and on the MLB Access page, I'll be posting the early, my favorite optimal for DraftKings and FanDuel for the early slate, and the main on that page, okay? All right, but anyways, Chris Sale is where we're starting first. The second pitcher that I'm going with is going to be Povich. I like the idea of going Povich. Povich is the guy I'm liking against Seattle today, okay? Povich, now, he's not going to blow you out of the water, right? Like, he's not crazy, but he does have over a 20% K rate versus lefties, a 20% K rate versus righties. And overall, he's been fairly consistent getting positive numbers. Really, that's all I really want from this dude at 5'7". I just want a positive outcome. He's gone negative one time against Cincinnati on April 18th. He got -5. Other than that, his lowest is 4 outside of that. He's got the upside of over the 20s range. The dude's got a decent K percent versus lefties and righties, and Seattle's been striking out over 23% versus lefties recently. So Chris Sale and Povich, I'm rocking the lefties at pitcher today. Really like those spots. Now, when it comes to hitters, there's a bat that is ridiculous value in the slate, and that's going to be CJ Alexander. CJ Alexander for Minnesota today. For the Athletics today against Minnesota, going against Matthews in this matchup. Now, one thing you need to be aware of is this ballpark that they're playing in for Oakland or whatever their team is, whatever. The Athletics, okay? This ballpark they're playing in is a minor league ballpark. The wind is blowing heavy out. It's damn near a Coors Field, okay? As you guys could tell with the runs that's been being scored here. It's pretty much a Coors Field. You want to get as much as the Minnesota Athletic game as you possibly can. And optimally, a guy at 2K predicted to bat around 6th, lefty-righty matchup. CJ Alexander is a lock for me at first base. All right, love him at 2K. And he opens up a ton. Allows you to get a stud like Chris Sale. Getting that value of the 2K allows you to still get some beast bats. And speaking of beast bats, let's talk about the beast bats I want for today. Anytime you have the bankroll to go a guy like Shohei Ohtani at home versus a guy like Griffin Canning against him, lefty-righty matchup, I suggest you do so. Not only does Ohtani have double home run upside, as we all know, but Ohtani's got stolen base upside, all types of shit. So Shohei's just got slate-breaking type of upside. I think anytime you can get him, you should get him. And Shohei, I mean, that's a no-brainer. I don't really got to explain him too much. And then Brent Rooker. Brent Rooker at 4-4 in this matchup in a Coors-like field. Like, they just mispriced some of these athletic guys majorly today. And because of that, we're going to take advantage. All right, Brent Rooker in this matchup, yeah, it's the righty-righty matchup against Matthews, but nonetheless, Brent Rooker is an absolute beast, and you're getting him at 4-4. Again, another guy who's got big upside, playing in a minor league level field. Now, in this high five, I didn't get any Minnesota in, but as always, I like Brent Rooker. I like many of these Minnesota guys again. I think the matchup's great on both sides. Okay, so you can get pieces of both sides. All right, now, CJ Alexander very well can end up being ultimate chalk. And chalk in DFS, if you're new to this type of thing, chalk is a guy who's going to be incredibly high owned. Now, obviously, you want to have some certain spots where you're different than the rest of people. That way you can get to that top spot. You feel what I'm saying? So to be different, you might want to try to find ways to be able to be different. But honestly, I don't know 100% what the expected ownership on these guys. I think Ohtani may end up being lowish owned at 6'4". Who knows? Brent Rooker may even be lowest. You never really know, honestly. But if you feel a guy is ultimate chalk, you want to try to, you don't want to line up full of guys you know will be like 30% owned plus. Like, you want to try to get those lower end guys in. Like, imagine Ohtani's 5% owned and hits 2 home runs. You're immediately at the top of contest with a move like that. You feel what I'm saying? So you want to be different, but you also want to try to stay as consistent as you can. And that's the fun part about DFS, man, is building these lineups. I wouldn't worry too much. If you're new, I wouldn't worry too much about ownership. Just build what you believe to be the most optimal version possible, or join greenlightdfs.com and I will post what I believe to be the most optimal version, and we'll go from there. All right. Anyway, Chris Sale, Povich at pitchers, rocking the lefties. We've got CJ Alexander at first base, Shohei Ohtani, and Brent Rooker. Still have 4,340 remaining per player. Y'all know how I do the high fives, man. I'm not going to sit here and just put Ohtani, Aaron Judge, and all those guys together and not leave you any money remaining. I like to be a more realistic high five. Something you could really start with, and really set your base on. So, yeah. Thank y'all for joining me as always, baby. Let's kill it. Early slate will be posted about, 30 minutes before the slate starts as normal. And then main slate as normal later as well. We have NBA Showdown back. The finals are beginning tomorrow. I will do a Showdown discussion. All right, we'll talk over Showdown and what we like for Showdown as well in these videos, man. DFS videos are back with your boy. Make sure you check the pinned comment down below for the YouTube channel of the Props Made Easy videos covering the player props still. We're still doing that as normal, just on the Props Made Easy channel. So make sure y'all go over there and follow that channel. Appreciate y'all as always, man. Let's get it. I'm out.